Hey listener, what's up, Bottom Nation? Listener, we have a great episode for you this week. We have a fan favorite on Sunday School, my weekly show in New York City at 8 p.m. on Sundays, which we stream on the Patreon, by the way. We have Akeem Woods. He's done the show once before. He is a huge slut. So we get into a lot of really great. I don't even think we stayed on one topic, really. We were talking about everything. Akeem asked us a lot of lesbian questions, asked Alex some straight male questions. And we get into his hookup with a porn star. And I talk about a really strange little night that I kind of fifth wheeled. But thank you guys for being here. Patreon.com/WHGS to see our bonus episode where Alex talks about his love of feet, specifically sneakers. It's good stuff. And I'm going on tour. Vancouver, Edmonton, and Calgary. Almost sold out. Thank you guys so much. Really, really appreciate you, Canada. You always treat me so well. Enjoy the episode, guys. Listener, this episode is brought to you by Helix. Some of you might wonder, this President's Day, how is it that some of these global leaders, including our great leaders, how do they sleep at night knowing that they've participated in atrocities? Well, they must be sleeping on a Helix mattress, because I am, and it has eliminated so much of my pain. I absolutely love my Helix mattress. It's the best one that I've ever owned, and I know the only way that our leaders of this great nation on this President's Day weekend, the only way they're sleeping at night is because they have the caress of a touch that can take away all the guilt and all the blood that has been spilled. So right now, head on over to helixsleep.com/gaysex for the President's Day sale. That's 20% off site-wide, plus 2 free dream pillows with mattress purchase. That's helixsleep.com/gaysex for the President's Day sale. 20% off site-wide, plus 2 free dream pillows with mattress purchase. helixsleep.com/gaysex.
He hit me up and he was like, and we were texting during the show. He's a porn star. And he messaged me his picture, his dick, and I'm like, yo. And he was like,
Dude.
He was
Whoa,
so,
bro.
it was very romantic. He's like, do you want to come suck my dick? I'm like, yeah. And
it's just so different.
I went over there. It was top 5 hookups I've ever had.
Wow.
I was like, dude, that was so fucking hot. I'm such a straight guy when I'm being gay. I'm like, bro, that was awesome. But
sometimes I come in here at night. Okay.
have you had sex in this room?
He better not have.
Actually, no.
Really?
Because
Wow.
I've thought about that, and I think it's disrespectful to Alex and the people that work here if I fuck in this room.
That's really funny.
That's
Have you ever
sweet.
talked about work during
It's
sex?
very nice that you're
Absolutely.
That's so funny. But you wouldn't let love infiltrate this. You're
No.
like,
That's only a woman
never.
would say never, because a dude would have fucked here the first night. Like if a dude
I'm
had this
literally thinking of
podcast.
2 different podcasts where I've seen clips of them being like, I fucked on this couch yesterday and now we're sitting here.
Yeah.
I've made out with Jen in here, but we haven't fucked in here.
Yeah.
I guess the bed is just so there. The
Well,
couch
yeah,
is so
yeah.
there.
Couch sex is kind of stupid.
Yeah. But we put up this pegboard, and listener, if you've given me things, some of them will go on our shelves. So please keep giving me your little knickknacks and things it shows, your cards. Some of them are going to go up here on our shelves. But every now and then I just come into the studio at night and I just kind of stand in here. And I'm like, this is so cool.
That's creepy.
This is like
Like, ew, please just fuck in here.
Yeah, I'd rather you fuck than be nostalgic.
Instead, you American psychos stare out at the city and are like, look what I've become.
Okay, first of all, I don't stare at the city. I stare at the cameras, the mics, and the set. Okay? That's what I'm proud of. No, it's just cool. It's cool. We have the technology. Thank you, patrons, for making it possible. Like, we have really good tech in here, and we're starting a second podcast, and it was so easy because of you guys to get it all set up.
Oh, that's sick. That's absolutely sick.
Also, I want to say, because we just released an episode recently where we were talking about your ADHD,
Yeah.
and people were really concerned about you in the comments.
What? Why? What did I say?
No, it's what I said. They felt that I was being like, just fix your ADHD when I was checking on you. So I just want to let them know that I know Maddie has ADHD pretty fucking bad. And I was just here to support and kind of inquire.
I literally, here's how bad my ADHD is. I don't fucking remember that conversation. So I'm fine. I'm actually so fucked up that I'm completely fine. Like, you know that tipping point you reach where you're like, I don't even know how stupid. Like, I'm like the flowers for Algernon. Like, I'm in bliss. I don't know what it was.
Can you get another gay banana? I just think it should be even.
I won this at Coney Island, so it'll be hard to get another one, but I could try.
What? Go.
You don't like train?
Go
You don't
play
like
the game
plant
again.
over there?
No, the plant's stupid.
Okay.
I think two gay bananas would be cute. Plants can be like. Plus, the plant probably wants to be by the window. It's dying.
No, it's not.
Yes,
It's the snake plant. They don't like that much light.
Yeah.
But
Like
yeah, I
another
just wanted
big,
to say
like, where
that.
do you get another one of? Oh yeah, I'm fine. What in any way that I'm not fine is because of Ashley. Trust me,
In any way that you are fine.
I'm sorry. I phrased that correct. No. Sorry. Cut. That's not it. I phrased it poorly. I meant to say
Keep it in, Alex.
I'm fine. And if there's any way that I'm not fine, it's not because of Ashley. I would be doing so much worse without this podcast, and I like a slight bullying. That is what you need sometimes.
That's like I'm meant to be like the checking in, kicking your ass a little bit. Like, hey, I know you have ADHD, but here's a small thing, a small attainable goal.
Yeah. Also, like I have ADHD, so I should be like Bubble Boy and just like lay in a bed immobilized for my whole life. Like, yes, I would like goals
I don't
and
think
like,
that nigga had
have to push
ADHD. I
myself.
think he had a lot of other issues that put him in the bubble. I don't think it was ADHD.
Oh, Maddie has plenty of issues.
Oh my God, what do you think my issues are? Please diagnose me.
I'm not a doctor, but I have a question. Is there a Patreon tier where they can watch like is there like a live version of this?
No, I've thought about it, but it's just too risky.
It is risky.
To
You should
have-
charge $100.
Hilarious.
I don't know if anyone would be
Pay
willing.
$500 to watch us fuck up.
I would say charge $100, bitch. That'd be fun.
That's hilarious.
But then I
Because
could
then
see
they get-
my ops paying $100 to try and take me down. That's
That's
kind of
fine.
fun.
Then you get $100.
Okay.
Whenever
Pull
you
out the
see,
bingo card where I wrote down
whenever you
Ashley saying
see-
my ops like that. That's fun.
Whenever you
That's
see,
a fun time.
Whenever you see that they're online,
I got ops, bitch.
just change like
You
you know.
actually
I'm
do.
big enough to have ops.
No, 100%.
I hate that whenever
Yeah.
I talk about being famous, people roll their eyes, but I have all of the things
No.
that a famous
I don't think
person
she.
has.
I don't think she was mad. I don't think she was mad that you were saying it was fame. It's just a white person saying I have ops is hilarious.
Yeah,
It was
that was funny.
ironic.
Yeah.
Well, that's also super white. No, it was like ironic.
But anyway, I think $100 to watch. Maybe they get 2 live episodes.
That's
or
a fun
something.
time.
Let's think about it,
Yeah,
Alex.
and also I want a kickback on that. I want whoever.
I already thought about it.
I know, but they don't know that.
Well, also, I'll save this for my story time, but I have a little sort of ADHD related update that I'll save for my story. No, it's fun. It's cool.
Oh, we're all wearing hats.
Cute.
Well, listen, you
Right
guys
on cue. Right on cue. But today in the apartment, second time on the pod. You've seen him on the Late Show with James Corden. You can see all of his fun content on his Instagram.
Akeem Woods, AKEEM.
And you have some tour dates in Canada this week coming,
Yes, please come see me at the Comedy Nest. I'm headlining there February 6th through the 8th.
right? And where is that? Montreal?
Montreal, yes.
Amazing,
6
amazing.
shows. Come
Definitely
and
come.
Also,
Support
please come out.
Akeem is an absolute killer.
Thank you.
Like, I always compliment all the guests we have. But Akeem is an absolute killer. He is going to kill. It is worth the money. He opens for me. I've seen it. The dude slaughters, okay? He never misses.
Thank you. That's very sweet. So yeah, come see me. And I'm trying to get married in Canada because we are on our last season
I don't
in
even
America.
think Canada's far enough. Do you?
I don't think it is far enough, but listen, I'm there. So if my husband wants to come out and we can like get wiped up, that'll be dope.
Dude, it's bad.
51st
It's
date,
so
dude.
bad.
Yeah.
I'm
Gotta
like,
go farther.
I like can't.
Oh yeah, they're doing
I'm
a
like-
lot. They just rolled back DEI. They changed like the whole home screen of they took a bunch of LGBT stuff off of their.
I think they
The
did that
thing.
last time.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Very gay.
Very gay.
One of the gayer people I've ever met. On Akeem's previous episode,
Was I on that one?
I don't think you were.
It was when you were recording in the 1 bedroom. It was a long time
so
ago.
probably not. Yeah.
The studio.
The studio, yeah, it was the studio, yeah.
But you talked about how you have 2 phones, one for dicks.
Dick phone.
Hilarious. Like a
Infamous
spy.
Dick phone. Like
No
what?
way, really?
I do.
Like
I
a
didn't bring it
spy?
with me, but yeah.
Are
I
they
do have a
both?
dick
Are they
phone.
both like iPhones, or is it like a burner
They're
phone,
both
like flip
Androids.
prepaid?
They're both
right on.
Androids, yeah. I'm an Android dude.
Hilarious.
The other one's at the house though.
You have a
charging.
separate phone for dick?
Yeah, well, this initiated when I was closeted. So when I was closeted, I had a dick phone.
Oh.
Yeah. But then I came
Okay.
out and I'm like, well, it's not broken. Don't fix it. So I just kept it. So yeah.
Whoa.
So, but originally it was because I was
What were you
closeted.
worried? You were worried people were going to go through your phone?
Yeah.
Did you ever have girlfriends?
No, I just lied and said they went to a different school. I
Right,
was that
but then
type of
who's
gay.
going through the phone?
I don't know. When you're a closeted kid in Florida, you make up your own enemies.
So funny though, it's an Android. If you got a dick pic, you could be like, Androids just do that, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It
You know
just-
how like our
yeah,
emojis are
yeah.
different? That's a pussy.
Well, no, I honestly would. I would put
The texts come in green and gay for some reason.
I would search like straight porn on my regular phone and be like, pussy's so great.
That's so
God.
funny.
I know.
I've done it though.
yeah.
I was there.
Yeah,
Not
and-
yeah.
Oh my
didn't
God,
have-
I would just say like, not because I was like worried about it being gay, but just because I was like, oh, I don't want to look up porn. I would search like breast tissue. And then you scroll far enough, you get boobs. Then I'd be like, no, I was like just like researching something for like a school project.
Oh yeah, that's way creepier than what I was doing. But
I wasn't jerking off to like medical
No,
diagrams,
seriously.
but I was just, you know what I mean? I would be like, do I have breast cancer? Show me a picture of what a perfectly healthy, super perfect set of tits would look like.
yeah,
so
Whoa,
funny.
that's crazy. But also that's nice because then you don't have to worry about like sitting on your phone, pressing the wrong things, and then posting a
send
nude
it.
on your Instagram or something.
Because all my nudes are on my other phone.
You know, you also don't have to do that if you don't have OCD.
Yeah, but easier to
But also,
get a second
easier
phone
to
than
get a
change
second
who you
phone.
are. That's
Yeah,
the moral of this story.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't mind if my nudes got leaked. I'm doing really good in the naked part of my life.
You
go.
are. You have been
Yeah.
working really hard on your body. You were saying I'm going to have abs by 2025, and you
Yes.
did it.
I know. They're still pending. They're not like as defined as I want them to be. But yeah, so if someone saw my nudes now, I'd be like, girl, or tag me. Like that look great. But anyway, have you ever thought that maybe you're asexual?
No, I
She's
think
not.
maybe I'm demisexual. Like I think maybe
she actually like her stories about men. She refuses to tell them on the pod, but then she'll have like a glimmer into one of them.
I told on the Krista Stefano episode, like I was like sucked my boyfriend's dick, but then I don't quit, dude, and the cum came back out my nose. Like I'm not, you know what I mean?
She's not fucking around.
That's
I'm not
wild.
yeah, I'm not
I
fucking
hate-
around.
I hate cum.
No, I think you're a very sexual person.
I'm a very sexual person. It's just I'm very like
trying to ruin
picky
my
sounds
podcast.
like weird, like not
Oh,
like
You can be picky.
No, but I'm not picky like you're not good enough, but picky just like I don't want to
You
really
crave
fuck
that
someone
in-
until I like click
you
with
crave
them, you
that
know?
intimacy
Yeah.
with them.
So like maybe here's the real answer is I think maybe I'm demisexual, but I just simply cannot have another fucking word.
What's
I can't be,
demisexual?
Like you're into the
Personalities
the
and shit?
connection.
Oh,
yeah, like you
gross.
don't really feel a lot of sexual attraction until you feel something of a personal connection.
Oh, that's my least favorite one.
I guess my thing about that is I used to feel that way when I was in my 20s, and then it like changed, and I don't know if it was just through exposure therapy.
Well, I also think when I have a better relationship to myself, but I have a decent relationship to myself. I think when I have a better relationship to my body, I might feel more purely sexual. But right now, I'm like, I understand how I can connect. I like myself as a person. I understand how someone can connect to that, but I don't feel great about my body. So, can I ask a follow-up question to that of you asking if I'm asexual?
Yes.
Have you gone through like the way that, and I hope I'm not putting words in your mouth, but you like said this of being like, I like to fuck. Have you gone through fluctuations of that throughout your life, or are you just like, this is who I am and how I am?
I've always liked to fuck, but I find that when I'm sad, I fuck less. But I don't know. I've always been I don't know if I've always been very sexual. I think it's just because I came out so late. I didn't come out till I was 25. But I knew I was gay since like 4th grade. So
we
I
just
think
need to
that's
open
why.
up we need to drop the dam. We need to open up the dam of your lesbianism.
So funny, a friend of mine from when I was growing up was like, not coming out to her, but I mean, I guess, but I was lucky enough to grow up somewhere where like, if it never would have been a thing. Like when I was like, I think I'm into women, or I think I want to use they, them pronouns, my parents were like, oh, okay. Like it was internal factors, not external factors. So when I said to my friend, I was like, yeah, I think I actually do like women. And she was like, whoa, yeah. She said to me, she said, I didn't realize you were under the impression you were straight, which is hilarious.
That is really funny.
But like, I forget why we got on
Maddie,
that.
they want you. I'm just saying.
You just gotta fuck these
We'll figure it
bitches.
He said it, not me.
Hilarious.
Yeah, fuck these hoes.
Hilarious.
Listener, are you listening to our Patreon exclusive You're Having Gay Sex? Well, here's a sneak peek of what you missed last week.
I'm a trans guy, and like I'm pretty kinky into BDSM, being smacked around, the rough stuff, whatever. So I'm hooking up with this guy, and it's going great. And he tells me to squeeze his balls, that he likes them played a little rough. Then he tells me he wants me to twist them. I have my doubts from this moment because I'm like, isn't that very specifically a thing you're not supposed to do? I twist them the way he asked, right? Dude immediately comes. Then he's getting dressed and says, sorry, gotta go to the hospital, get this untwisted. But that was a good orgasm. Thanks.
Oh my God.
There are 4 bonus episodes a month of this series, You're Having Gay Sex, on our Patreon at the $10 tier, and then 2 at the $5 tier. Patreon.com/WHGS. Last night was sort of interesting. You were there.
I was. I didn't see your set though. I had to leave.
Where were y'all
okay.
at?
With Sour Mouse.
Oh, right
At
on.
my-
Oh,
at
of course. Yeah.
I have a show. If you're tuning in and you haven't heard yet, I have a show every Sunday in New York City. We stream it on the Patreon. $3, you get all 4 shows from the month. But it's a lot of fun. And these girls were up front, 2 very, very beautiful, my type women.
Oh, which girls? Because I was on the show. Which one?
There was a blonde and a brunette right next to each other. And then on the outside of them were like
In the
2
front row?
more, yeah, 2 more masculine
Oh,
ones.
yeah. I did see them.
And they were on a set of double dates.
They were cute.
They were super cute. All 4 of them were really cute, but the 2 in the middle were my type.
Yeah.
And I thought they're too young for me. So so I put it aside. And then I found out they were on dates when I was talking to them. And then I got like a little flirty, and I said to the femme girls, I was like, "You
on
guys,
stage?
yeah,
Hilarious.
I love getting flirty on stage.
Oh yeah.
It's fun. It's really fun.
Because then you can always, because if it doesn't work well, you can always be like, "Ha, bitch, I was just telling jokes." Like, you can always like go back to it was just comedy.
Also, it's like it's not real.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I mean. You can really play it up, and
Yeah.
they were really giving me flirtatious vibes and eyes, and I was like, if you guys are on a double date, you got to stop flirting with me in front of your little tops here. Because it was funny because the tops, it was like the two femmes were like really tall and looked older, and the tops were like really short and younger.
Mhm.
And so it was just this very funny little dynamic
That's
of
fun.
these little tops on the outside, like protecting their women. It was very funny.
Do
And
you think they were mask bottoms?
I think most, I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I think most like fuckboy, hey mamas lesbians are bottoms secretly.
Huh.
What do bottoms in lesbians do? They're the
It's
ones
more
who.
sub.
Okay.
It's not like mechanical or anatomical the way it
Yeah.
is with.
With gay dudes.
Unless
gay
you're talking
dudes.
about like, I know not everyone uses a strap on, but like if you're talking about a strap on,
Yeah,
could that mean
maybe.
top bottom?
Yeah, maybe.
But
I
it could also
guess
just be
so.
like a vibe.
Yeah, it is also definitely a vibe. But I think with strap
Do
on,
women use strap-on sometimes?
sometimes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Thank God. Sometimes.
I've been strapped. I don't have a strap on. I don't own one, and I never ask for it. But there was this girl that I was hooking up with for a little bit that I was really into. We had a great fling, and she was like, we should try a strap on because you've never tried it. And she used it on me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Was it hot?
Yeah, I enjoyed it, but I don't need it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Also, they're so big.
I think you can decide that.
Ones I've seen in stores, I'm like, why would you ever go that big? Like, what are we talking about, dude?
They're so.
Can't you pick how big you want these things?
Yeah, but it was big. I don't know if you guys would think it was big, but for
I guess
me,
you're
I'm
just
like,
How
gonna
big are we talking?
I
Let's
guess
see
you're
a-
just gonna get a
I
big
don't know,
one.
7-8 inches.
What is that like?
Yeah,
I
probably
love.
around
Do,
there.
That's pretty
have
big.
You had
That's-
Paris on the show?
Yeah.
Oh, I love Paris. She has a joke about like buying a strap on, and like she's like, of course I'm gonna get the biggest one. Why would I not get the biggest one? That just made me think of a joke. That's very funny.
Yeah, but I think
But
that's kind of the mentality.
I think that's why. I think lesbians just like
Listener,
they want to
write in.
Yeah.
Are you using a schmedium dick? Do you have a 5-incher out there?
Yeah, because that is the dilemma. Is you're like, the person wearing is like, I want to have a huge fucking dick, and the person receiving is like, Ideally, it's like finger sized.
Yeah. Well, that's how
Not
I
finger,
am.
It could be a little bit, but you know what I mean?
I
It's
don't
like,
enjoy. I like penetration, but like, bro, at the end of the day, like, I can't do that every day.
How big was this thing?
I have things to do.
How big
That's
was
hilarious.
this?
It was pretty big. Also, I don't take a dick often. Like,
Oh, yeah,
I'm
well,
not
you're-
used
yeah,
to this.
Yeah.
I don't have
and
strategies.
when you do it for the first time, it is
Yeah.
like intense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It hurts.
It hurts, but you get used to it. And then it doesn't hurt. Then it feel like it doesn't always, like, did it hurt afterwards?
No.
Okay.
I guess I was sore.
Because, like, I feel like the first time afterwards
Wait,
I was like,
Wait, can we talk about this? And
Yeah.
you can chime in too for your butthole. But like, does it
Well, I
hurt
haven't-
less the more you do it?
Yeah.
yeah, I think so.
Well, from men, we have, that's what our G-spot is. So it doesn't really hurt that much at all, to be honest.
Okay.
I don't know anything about pussies, so I can't speak on that.
It definitely, if the more turned on you are, the less it hurts.
Well, sure. The
Well,
wetter
that makes
you
sense
are.
because you guys get moisture down there.
And
Yeah.
lube or whatever.
And like the first time it hurt, but then also, who knows, maybe my hymen, like, I don't know. Probably some of that is the first time. But like, yeah, I feel like, I don't know. I'm like trying to think like when I've been in relationships and I'm like, big dick. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm like a bloodhound, dude. Every time I'm like, wow, I know how to choose them, dude. And I wasn't looking for a big dick.
Oh,
but
I
every
usually
time I
get-
fucked a
I
guy, I was
usually
like,
get-
I just sent something,
I
dude.
usually get big
'Cause
dick
I
guys
always,
as well.
yeah.
Yeah. Typically. Every now and then I get one that's sad, but for
I'm
the
probably
most
just
part,
attracted to like undue confidence. And you're like, oh, that's where it comes from. You know what I
probably,
mean?
Yeah.
Jen, can I ask you a question about penises?
Hey.
Hey. Do you find that when you have sex with men that like your first time, like the more you
Do you hate
it,
this?
No, what do you mean? I come in here in the middle of my workday every time. I'm like, the adjustment's just crazy. Hello.
do you find that like it gets easier? Cause like when I got fucked with a strap on, I was like, this hurts.
What happened to you?
We've talked about this.
Forgot. Must have repressed
Blocked it
that
out,
one.
yeah.
Whew.
Do you find that like as you took on more dicks, it became more pleasurable? Or did you find that you had sort of the same amount of pain every time?
I think I really only had pain when I was like a kid. Okay. Let me roll that one back. When I first had sex.
That's it.
That's kind of what I was saying
Like,
too. I was like,
the
yeah.
first, like, you
But
know.
And it's probably like your hymen or something. And then you're
Yeah.
like, yeah.
But you like prefer a small penis.
Yeah.
So why do I get pain even
All the
ju-
small penis guys are like, yeah, woo.
Leave her alone. Why do I get pain even sometimes with fingers?
Because you're a
I don't think that's scientifically correct.
I think so. I don't know. I don't know
No,
if we're
I
allowed
think you
to
can
say.
prove it under a microscope.
I don't know if I don't know if you're allowed to say. If not, then
You
I'm,
look at
I'm
my
not apologizing.
cells, and all my
but-
cells have tiny
yeah.
little backwards hats.
They're
Yeah.
separating themselves with like a power saw.
No, I really do think. I think being gay is a genetic thing. I think genetically you're not made to be a receiver of anything penisy, even the
No,
straights.
because some lesbians like being.
Yeah, and those are not gold star lesbians.
No, they
Wow,
use.
getting into discourse that getting strapped makes you not a gold star lesbian.
Yeah, that
it's
might take
really
myself
funny.
out of that.
That's really funny.
You think
I
a
don't
strap
care.
on makes you
Disagree.
less lesbian? You think taking a strap on makes you less lesbian?
Consistently, yeah.
But you give dick to a butthole. That's not doesn't make you straighter.
I know it doesn't, because it's still men. Everything
it's still women.
Everything about me
Okay,
having sex with a man.
You're
I think,
about to
wait,
get
if I
owned
can
in the
translate,
comments
if
are
I can
gonna fucking
translate,
come
may
for
I
you,
translate?
dude.
May I
Wait,
translate? I think I see what you're
wait,
saying. What
wait,
you're
wait.
saying, you're saying that that's like the equivalent if someone strapped a pocket pussy to their stomach and then the guy fucked that.
You don't
Correct.
need a pocket pussy. You came installed with
Don't
one.
agree. But
Exactly. Here's my argument, right? And I already know your fans probably ain't gonna like this because they didn't really like me on the last episode either. But
what happened on that?
no, I just remember I saw.
I don't know. They're so. Back then,
Yeah.
it's different now. But
Okay.
back then, they were just like any form of thing that they didn't agree with, like made them upset.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Well, I'm wild, and I think I called out white people on something, and then they were like, "Oh no," but he's right. But anyway, I think I'm not saying you're less.
If you can make this about white privilege, we have to let it stand.
Yeah, but it's not. But I think it's the thing that is I don't think I think it still makes you a lesbian, of course. I'm not gonna say that you're
Yes.
not. I'm not gonna, and it also doesn't take away your gold star, no. But I think it makes you less gay.
You think that I became less gay when I became
no,
less
no.
lesbian.
I'm saying-
when I let that woman strap me.
No.
I became less lesbian.
No, what I'm saying is the fact that
This
you
is
don't do
fun.
it often proves that you're more lesbian because you don't like it. Because you're not supposed to like a nigga because you gay.
But my girlfriend has a tight little pussy. That's why she likes. Shout out. That's why she likes men with small dicks.
No, that's fine
But
for
she's
her.
bisexual.
Yeah, I know, but this is about you and your lesbianism. This is not about
Okay,
Jen
so
and
you're
her
saying this is
bisexuality.
personal to my experience.
I think you are super, super gay, and you tried to be less gay by getting a strap, and you didn't like it because your body is 100% gay.
But we
and you
were-
was trying to go to 95, and your body's like, nigga, what are we doing?
But
And it went
can
back
I
to
just
100.
say the counter argument?
Yes.
Every woman, there are things here with trans people and intersex people, but let's just talk about cis people.
I love the one you said, woman and shit. You know, like women and shit.
women
Yeah.
and shit.
Like,
There
you get it.
are nerve endings in your vagina. You're going to want them stimulated. You don't want them stimulated by a dick, but you do want them stimulated by a conical phallus-shaped
That's
thing.
100%. We're talking about strap-ons, baby. I'm not saying toys or anything. I'm saying a person strapping
you're-
a
okay,
dick
so
onto
if
the
the-
pussy
okay,
or however they work.
You're saying
is
that if
less-
it goes here, it becomes less gay, but if I'm using it in my hand, it's not less gay.
100%. That's what I'm saying. That's 1,000% what I'm saying.
Hilarious.
And I don't give a fuck what y'all niggas say in the comments. That's 1,000% what I'm saying.
Okay, but counterpoint, it's extra gay because it's drag.
That's fair. That's fair.
Extra, it is actually so gay,
Yeah.
it's trans.
Yeah, I'm not
But
saying
it
that
doesn't
y'all.
have to be
I'm not
trans.
saying that y'all are not lesbians. Y'all are still lesbians, and you're still gold star
You
lesbians.
just have less respect for the ones who strap. We get it.
No, I didn't say anything about respect. I just
You
think
guys deserve less gay rights.
It's so funny when people are like,
No.
oh, gay people are bad at math. Because I'm like, we have to do math to even figure out what the fuck we're doing, dude. Like, this is math. We're like doing math right now.
It's logic, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all semantics though. So who knows?
Of course. And we're just messing around. Don't come for Akeem. Like, please.
Please send me hate mail. but make sure you follow and like my posts
And come to his show.
and come to my show in Montreal so I can get a husband.
But anyway, I was like, something's weird happening in this little foursome. You know what I mean? Like, the couple on the left was like not as handsy as the couple on the right. And I kept asking them questions and none of it really added up. So and then I found out that the femme was 28
Oh.
and the mask was 19.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a fun little power dynamic.
And-
Probably
and the
okay.
femme was like
Is
a
it?
foot-
It's
well,
fine.
hold on.
Was it bad?
I'll get into it. The femme was like
Okay.
a foot taller. So I'm
so stupid that I was like, that makes it worse. That's not a power dynamic. I was like, she's taller. But in my
I
head,
mean-
I was like, well, you're like older to the sky.
I think height's a power dynamic.
size can
Yeah,
be,
I think so.
especially with
We're
a man
talking
and a
about
woman.
physical
But
dominance.
also
Yeah.
when we're talking about women on women, I think when we're talking about gay stuff, gay sex or whatever, I think power dynamics are much different than with straight couples.
Agreed. It is a different set of stuff that you're dealing with. Of course, they can be there in similar ways, but it is fundamentally different. So I went up to her after the show because I thought this girl was beautiful. And I'm not going to like mess up a date or anything, but I was like, something is going
You're
on
a good
here.
person because I would totally mess up a date.
So I went over and I was like, what's going on? Like, what's the deal?
Yeah.
And she was like, I'm not really interested. I'm just wing womaning for my friends here.
Yeah.
So we've tried to explain to her that I'm straight and that I'm not interested, but she keeps like going after me.
Oh, she's tall woman is straight.
Tall woman is straight.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I mean, I'm like, whatever, I don't care.
yeah.
But
No better than a man.
but I'm
No better than a man. Oh, you just haven't tried me yet. Okay.
Cancel Ashley. So now that I've been canceled
You're
and
actually-
Ashley's been canceled,
you're actually
Maddie's
what
the
I
only
think.
one left. So
That's what I think.
Fingers crossed. We'll see how this episode goes.
you are so right.
I'm not even trying to turn myself gay, dude. That's how much I respect people's boundaries.
So what happened?
That's how much I respect people's boundaries. I'm into you and I won't even let myself be.
Yeah, 100%.
Not only will I not say anything, I won't say something to myself. If I say it to myself, I shove it down.
Mhm.
I was like,
No, I'm gay. I'm just busy.
well, I was like, you can't keep
Leading her
I'm
on.
just busy is so funny. I was like, you can't lead her on. That's not fair. She's like 19.
Yeah.
And they were like, I don't know.
But she's not leading her on. She's like, I'm straight and I'm not
I
interested.
don't have a good assessment on how strong they were about it.
Huh.
I couldn't tell. But then the other couple, the femme was like, thank you, by the way, for saying that I was like making flirty eyes at you because my date got mad and she's like sulking and I want her to like have to come after me. And I was like, this is the most
Toxic.
Oh my God.
little double date I have
Yikes.
ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
So I went over to the younger ones and I went to the 19-year-old and I didn't want to be too blunt, but I didn't want her to get hurt.
Yeah.
So I went over to the 19-year-old and I said, hey, just be careful with your heart because she's a lot older than you. I don't want you to get hurt.
This is the mask one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And she was like, oh, you're so sweet. No, I'm fine. And I was like, I guarantee you, I didn't say this, but in my mind, I was like, you're going to actually get your heart stomped on by this bitch. Like,
Oh.
you please take care of
Yeah.
yourself.
Which one? The
Do you
straight
think-
girl or the Toxic
The
girl.
mask
The
19
mask,
one.
the mask ones.
No, I know that, but you're talking to both of them about both of them.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
So first I got the tea from the femme ones that I was like
Yeah,
sort of
yeah, yeah.
interested in and like wanted to scope out what was happening. And then I brought like a very filtered version over to the other people being like, these are ladies are like a little older than you. Maybe look out.
Were they all older than her? Like the 19-year-old
I didn't
one?
know the full extent, but I
Of
was
the
just
age,
like,
yeah.
this is not,
What happened? Did they leave together?
I don't know. I just went home.
Damn.
And then I expected a DM from the straight girl and I never got one. So
Oh yeah, because she's straight.
Maddie, what she said was, but yeah, I've like hooked up with girls. Like if I have a shot, like I hook up with women. And I was like, you're not straight.
Okay.
Like you're doing something that is queer adjacent. Well, it's not very exciting, but that's my gay sex from this week. I think that you gotta be more clear. You gotta be, I don't think that's a fair wing womaning. If the other person really thinks there's a possibility.
No, that's a dick move.
Yeah, but also it sounds like they were like, I'm straight and I didn't. I don't know.
It's unclear. It's unclear. I don't know who's right, which side is right. Maybe the 19-year-old was just being a 19-year-old and thinking maybe it'll happen. But hopefully,
Wait,
they're
you can
feeling
get
okay.
into that place at 19?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Listener, let me tell you a little bit about my Helix mattress, which is my favorite mattress that I've ever owned. But let me tell you a little bit first about President's Day. President's Day, as we know, is one of the greatest days of the year because our presidents, every single one of them, 100% of them have been great. And through their valor and the fact that they are all men, they have guaranteed that you can get a sale on the best mattress out there. Do you want to be able to put your head down and have it hit the pillow and fall asleep immediately? The same way that every president who has committed war crimes and tanked this nation to the ground somehow seems to sleep. The only way that you can get sleep at night like that is with a Helix mattress. My Helix mattress is the best mattress that I have ever slept on. It has helped with my chronic pain. I went to helixsleep.com/gaysex. I took their 2-minute mattress quiz and I got matched with the perfect mattress for me. Now, can you imagine if at that time I had access to the legacy of capitalism guaranteed to us by George Washington, his dream that you could get 20%, that I could have gotten 20% off on that mattress. I didn't have that luxury. And thanks to every great president, every single president has been great, and they are extending a legacy of their greatness via this sale. Head to helixsleep.com/gaysex for 20% off site-wide plus 2 free dream pillows with mattress purchase. That's helixsleep.com/gaysex for 20% off site-wide plus 2 free dream pillows with mattress purchase. helixsleep.com/gaysex. Did you have gay sex this week?
Twice.
3 times.
3 times, but technically, I guess it was 3 times. But the one of the times was kind of like mediocre.
You said you had a story that you wanted to share specifically.
Yes, because it happened yesterday. But I have another story too. Okay, let me show you this dude. So he hit me up. I was just
We're doing full photos on the.
well, because he's a porn star.
Whoa.
Yeah. And I I was just watching his profile and I was like, yo, this dude's hot. I was just looking through his profile. He hit me up on one of the apps because he saw my picture. My display picture is just a body picture because I don't need people to know I'm out here. And we traded nudes. And I'm like, this dude looks familiar. I go to his house. Great apartment. I told him I was going to talk about it on the podcast. Because
his address is.
Yeah.
What does he do?
He's an OnlyFans person. He's a porn
right.
star.
We just said he's a porn star.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, he's like crazy hot.
Oh my God.
You can go here. Take his scroll through his thing.
He is one hairy motherfucker.
Dang.
He's hot as fuck. Scroll down if you want to.
That's.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
I
he's
really
hot as
feel
fuck.
not comfortable looking at this photo. I'm not gonna lie.
It's fine.
That's so
His
funny.
dick is huge.
Yeah. Yeah, it was the sex
He's
was
like covered in hair.
it was so fucking hot.
Do you like that? Like
I
a lot
do.
of hair?
Yeah.
The dude has hair in places I didn't know there could be hair.
Yeah, he's hot as fuck. He follows me back on Instagram.
Let's go.
Yeah, he's hot as fuck. I told him I was
so
gonna
look at Akeem's following
Yeah.
for the
Dang.
hairiest profile picture you can find. Ew! Oh
Wait,
no!
what is that? Can I see?
No,
He's so hot.
Oh, I know it's a shadow. I thought it was a stain.
that's a real. That's not why I was upset.
Oh.
He,
No, as soon as I realized it wasn't that, I was
That's
not
a-
upset. That's cool.
that,
yeah, that's his dick.
Ew!
You think I haven't seen that
Being
angle before?
below
Dude.
a man and like seeing his, it was like a reel of him like standing, and you're like the camera's
that's-
down. I am so gay.
He's so hot.
Yeah, he's hot.
He's hot as fuck.
He's not my type, but he's objectively so
Oh, if you want
hot.
to look at him. Oh, I hope I didn't show the camera, but it don't matter. But yeah, I told I was going to talk to him about it on the podcast because he's been on some podcasts before.
So what is it called when guys are really into like body hair like that?
I'm into all type of things. I like smooth guys too, but I think Harry's hot. I'm very like whatever. I don't think there's a kink for it that I know of.
I mean, is that a bear? Do I sound
I
like...
guess it is.
No,
bare.
he's an otter because
85-year-old.
he's thin.
Ah.
He's an
Wait,
otter. If he
oh my
was
God.
heavier, he'd be a bear.
I was going to ask you this earlier. Can I ask like a potentially ignorant question?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, when you were talking about like getting abs and like getting in shape and stuff, do you feel like that will change the dynamic of like, will you be switching categories of like, I know it's just like is it, or is it not really that strict even?
No, because I'm still.
No, I'm just curious.
No, I'm just laughing because
Well,
like
here's
this
the
is
thing, I would never be a twink because I have a beard
Mm.
and most twinks are typically white. I think, I don't know, I'm not sure, but I assume twinks are white. Like if you type in twink on Google, a bunch of white niggas are gonna show up. So I would always be an otter. Even if I got ripped, I would be an otter. And I was never big enough to be considered a bear.
Gotcha.
Like even at my like heaviest, I was still not.
I
big
do
enough to
think
be a
this is
bear.
a funny men versus women concept where gay men have all these categories. Very logical. You fit into one of these boxes and you will only fuck the ones in those boxes.
It's organized like a garage.
Exactly.
Well, no, I fuck everyone
But
in the
lesbians,
things.
With lesbians, it's like be what there are no labels and be whatever you want to be, and you can be this today.
Well, yeah,
you
that's
can be
because
that tomorrow.
men are more about labels. That
But
makes sense.
it's I hate that it affirms gender stereotypes,
That's
but
really
it really
funny.
does.
yeah.
So
The sex was amazing.
how did you met him on an app?
He hit me up and he was like, and we were texting during the show. As soon as I got off stage, he messaged me.
Disrespectful.
100%. Not really though. I was done working.
Yeah, you were. You were.
And he messaged me his picture, his dick, and I'm like, yo. And he was like,
Yo, dude.
He was
Whoa, bro.
It was very romantic. He's like, do you want to come suck my dick? I'm like, yeah.
Oh,
and
it's just so different.
I went over there and we ended up having like sex because I was sucking his dick. I'm like, you want to fuck? He's like, yeah. And then we ended up fucking. It was fucking amazing. And then we laid in bed and talked
Did
for
he
like
fuck
an
like
hour.
a porn star and like
it
what?
was top 5 hookups I've ever had.
Wow.
Yeah, he was fucking
So what did he do that like made it porn star level top 5?
I don't even know how to explain it.
You're
But it
top
was-
5, but not comedy. And
Yeah.
Chris
I don't
Rock, that hairy
Gay
guy
Mark
from
Maron,
OnlyFans.
so like, who are your girls?
He just knew how to fuck. He fucks for a living. So it was just, you could tell. So after we got done fucking, he was like, where are you coming from? I'm like, oh, is this at a gig? And he's like, what do you do? I'm like, oh, I'm a comedian. And he was like, I'm like, what do you do? He's like, oh, I'm OnlyFans, dude. I'm like, I knew you looked familiar. And he started laughing. And he's hot. I mean, you saw his picture. But yeah, it was, the sex was phenomenal. But he was also really nice. We like chatted for like an hour and a half about like comedy and
Did he have any
OnlyFans.
like moves that you were like, that's so porn star? I have to. I mean, like, you got to know what they're doing. I guess it's not applicable for me.
I don't know if he had any moves.
The way he fingered my butthole, I'm not gonna and got to my G spot.
It was just kind of like the way he fucked that was kind of hot. I don't know how to explain it, but it was like it was good.
Is there something hot about like, oh, when you do this for work, you don't mean it, but like I'm like the person you actually want to fuck?
What do you mean?
Like sometimes you watch porn and you're like, these guys are like bad actors.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Could tell he
I'm
was
like, if someone said like talked like this during sex, I'd be like, you're lying.
Yeah.
So the idea that you could make someone like that actually like,
it was interesting because we talked afterwards,
you know
and I was
what
like,
I mean?
I was like, bro, dude, that was so fucking hot. I'm such a straight guy when I'm being gay. I'm like, bro, that was awesome. But
I'm such a straight guy when I'm being gay. It's so funny.
But like, he was like, I asked him why he got into it, and he's like, he's like, I always got a lot of compliments on how I fuck. And I just started recording stuff, and a few of the clips started doing really well. I'm like, I'm gonna see if I can make money out of it.
That is so funny.
And he is making a lot of money.
I have had some good sex, and I have gotten compliments before, and I never once thought to tape it. And now I realize what this podcast is, and never mind.
Hilarious.
Never mind.
Also, very male-female thing where it's like we like to read porn.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're
like
so
this
right.
kind of is. Yeah.
This is actually even more reductive than that. This is even sadder than that. They're out there, women watching porn, and we're the audiobook version.
But that's the thing.
So
I fucked
dude.
I fucked another porn star, and he was also really good. He was just a terrible person.
Wait, people aren't jerking off to this podcast, are they?
Yeah, they are.
I hope
No
so.
way. What?
There's a couple of them, especially in the beginning.
You don't have a lot of gay dudes listening, though. It's
No,
mostly
not as many
lesbians.
gay men.
I know.
Some
but
gay
except for
men.
that one guy who sent that picture.
There's enough gay men that listen, but it's like majority less. But yeah, there's some of them. I've gotten like really raunchy DMs from people being like, not in a while, Maddie, but like I've gotten some really raunchy DMs.
Make sure you guys see me this weekend in Montreal. Next February 6th through the 8th. Sorry, I got to.
Never men, just women being like, when you told this story.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Okay, women, come
Wow.
see me.
Crazy. Never even thought
I'm
of
so
that.
excited to go
Never
back.
Doing
even
it to
thought
you
about that.
too when you're talking about your ADHD gender.
I might go to a
weird-
sex club.
There's like wait, what'd you say?
I might go to a sex club in Montreal.
Nice.
Yeah, I think so.
You
I haven't
gotta
been in a
like
while.
during your little spiels, you might not think you're telling a sex story, but the thing is, because you're trying to be respectful and like not give too much away. You never know what people are gonna masturbate to.
Yeah, I'm like,
People
well,
masturbate to some wild things.
Also, if you're
I think there are women masturbating to my like clips.
If you're masturbating, to anything, here's how I feel.
What are we talking about?
If you're
what are we talking
if you're
about?
They're doing it to you too, Maddie.
if you're masturbating
Nobody
to
is
anything,
jerking off to my clips,
Yes, they
and I would
are.
like to.
if you're masturbating to anything that's not sexual, you're crazy as fuck.
I disagree. I disagree. But like sometimes I'll put something out there and like it'll be weirdly sexual in a way that I didn't even realize.
Like what?
Like
Yeah, but mine aren't. I'm not. All of my clips are like, I'm fat and I want to die.
Someone told me.
If
Someone
you're
could be a
jerking off to
masochist.
that,
That's
you're like
'cause
a
someone said
serial
to me,
killer.
I'm not thinking it, but then someone says to me, "Oh, you look really hot." Like I rewatched.
Well,
this,
maybe
like, so
they
many
watch it
times.
on mute.
That's not happening to me, and I'm okay with that.
Maddie.
Who's jerking off to stand-up clips? What are we talking about?
There
That's
are people
creepy.
jerking off to stand.
And you don't think that's creepy?
No, I think that the internet is out of control.
But that's still creepy.
No, I don't think it's creepy. I think people like what they like.
Nah, fuck it. It's creepy as fuck.
I don't. I'm
A
not.
Sorry, cancel
stand-up
me.
clip?
If you have to cancel me, let me go. But
Someone's
it's creepy
message-
as fuck.
That's
Alex,
If I'm
you
on
have some
stage talking
input?
about-
Well, I was just gonna say, sound off in the comments if you've jacked off to Ashley's podcast clips and/or Maddie's podcast clips and/or
please-
Keem's.
I
don't-
want
clips.
nothing to do with that.
Let us
want-
know.
I want to let you guys know this is not an ego thing. I think this is every comedian. I
Yeah.
think it is not me. Sound off if you definitely do not jerk off to this. Put me in my place. By the way, they'll jerk off to that soundbite. Put me in my place, listener. They're jerking off to that right now.
Okay, jerking off to audio is fine because whatever gets you off, if someone's voice gets you off, fine. But if you watching someone do, what do you do for a living, and you come on that, wild. Like if you come on what do we do
search
for
on
a
Pornhub,
living,
the U.S. Census?
that
What are you
is
into?
Insane. Go to therapy. And this is me saying it. And if this is kink shaming, nigga, I'm shaming because that's not good.
Okay. The one that I know that people were like into is I was roasting this girl in the audience and she was being really, really like annoying. And I went, hey, I'm the top in this situation. You got to sit down.
Okay, sure.
Be good.
That makes sense because
okay,
people
yeah.
have a praise kink, so that goes into that.
But that's what I'm saying. You don't know the weird little thing in your fucking video.
But no one has a how are you do? What do you do for a living kink? Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's like a very specifically like sexual and an interaction between two people.
The
apparently
point that I'm
people
trying to
will
make
just
is,
be
don't you guys know?
Just be calling them creeps.
People
Will
be
just
coming.
be coming
But
all over their keyboards.
the reason I'm bringing
listening to people.
You guys don't know about
Talk
like the
about
people
tags.
on TikTok.
I don't believe this
the
is-
people who edge on TikTok, but it's
I
not.
don't know. I deleted
It's
TikTok.
not edging because
I am Amish. I am away from all of this shit.
Can I explain it to you?
That is upsetting.
I wanna fuck
ban
Amish,
it
dude.
again.
no. They
Is it
have
still banned?
No, it's not. They have
Because our
like,
Lord and Savior Donald Trump.
let me
brought it
get
back.
through this.
God, I hope he
They
dies.
have like a fucking cake and they're about to pour icing all over the cake and they keep edging it. They're like, "Oh, I'm about to pour the icing all over You haven't seen this fucking shit?
No, I don't
And
have
people
TikTok.
jerk off to
I don't have
this.
TikTok either. What adults, Ashley?
Yeah.
It's real. It's
I
real.
think it's real, but I also think those people are creeps.
Maddie, did you have gay sex this week?
No, I didn't, but I did start a new medicine.
Wait, there's never been an episode when you say yes.
Yeah, it's never happened.
We just make sure that she's a virgin every
Yeah,
week.
she asked me. But this might be leading into some gay sex, potentially. I started Zepbound, which is like Ozempic.
Oh, is
Oh.
that like one of the it's like Ozempic, so it's one of the like
I
weight
just want
loss
to
things?
say, the lesbians, I really don't think care much about weight.
No, I know, and I wanted to caveat that too, not on some like fat shaming shit, but on just like I have like a bad relationship with food and feel very out of control
Can I
in the way
ask
that
you
I
a
like
que-
emotionally.
Can I ask you a question? And I was gonna say, I thought this and I knew not to say it, but I'm gonna say it. I was gonna say, can I ask you a fat question? Which is, I knew you would laugh.
You absolutely
but
can.
I
That's
also knew people in the comments
hilarious.
was like, how dare you? Like, clearly it's in jest.
But I will say, people are like, fat's not a dirty word, yes. And then if someone was like, so you're fat, I'd be like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Like,
So-
I don't know. Okay, can I have one caveat before we get to this question, which is
Yes.
what I was saying is that I'm not saying like being skinny gets you laid better. I'm saying I have a body type that I feel best at because I'm more capable when I have it. I like can run faster. My back doesn't hurt as much, like all these things. And the only reason I'm not there is not because I was like choosing to be this weight and society told me no, is because I had like an unhealthy borderline eating
you've
disorder
also-
way of eating.
I was about to
and I
say-
needed like, it felt the way that I felt when I took Adderall for the first time, where I was like, oh, this is what my brain needed in order for me to be able to like be in control of myself.
You talk about disordered eating. You also
Yeah.
talk about going to Overeaters Anonymous.
Yeah, I've tried fucking
Oh my
everything.
God. Did you see Deborah's set? Deborah Giovanni?
Oh my God,
Late
her
night
Fallon.
set?
I saw the clips of it.
Oh my God, it was so good.
What am I, a farmer? That was so funny.
I
People
love
should
her
watch
so
it.
much.
She's so funny.
Oh, please go watch it.
But anyway, I just wanted that caveat that it's not on like a fat shaming thing. Like now I'll get laid,
Well-
but like when I feel more in control of myself, I'll have like the confidence to like, you know what I mean? That's all I
I
meant.
also wanted to bring this up anyway because some people went off on me in the comments a little bit about supporting GLP-1s. There are people out there for which this functions, like you're talking about disordered eating, there's food addiction, and also like there is a genetic thing happening here. There are people that have a gene that, prevents them from losing weight. And for some
100%.
people, it is a health issue.
Well, but I also will say, but it's a fucked up thing that like they can't afford it. Like I found a way my insurance wouldn't cover it. I found a way to buy it slightly cheaper directly from the manufacturer. It's still I'm still like saving up for it. It's like, there is the fucked up element of like, it should be more accessible because, okay, we should be morally neutral about weight. And
Yeah.
also like the BMI skews way too skinny and what people tell us is unhealthy is oftentimes healthy. That being said, I do think it is ridiculous to say that weight is never a health issue. My weight is becoming a health issue. So like it is a health issue to fix it.
And treat it that way.
You know what I mean?
Treat
Like I drew my blood and my levels were off and it was a weight thing. So it's
Yeah.
like, dude, if there's a drug that can help me fix that, it's like, yeah, I want that. I don't know. Also, I'm so sorry. This is the last thing I'll say, and then I want to do the fat question.
Okay.
But it's also that the first day I took it, it was pretty immediate. I was like, oh, even if I don't lose any weight on this, the mental benefit of this is so unbelievable.
Well, you don't have the food voice,
Yep,
right?
it gets rid of the food noise, and I don't feel uncontrollable about the way I eat. So that's like huge, and people shouldn't write
And
it
you're
off. But
hoping what you're saying is, and then we'll go to fat question.
I'm so sorry.
Skinny question. What you're saying is that when you lose the weight, you're hoping that you feel more confident and then therefore maybe want to be more of a slut? Like, what do you...
Yeah, I mean, like, dude, I used to love running. I used to like go on like 7-mile runs, and I can't run right now because like my knees hurt. Because I'm 60 pounds heavier than I used to be when I was a runner. And it's like, okay, imagine if you had to go on a run right now, but you had to strap on a 60-pound backpack. Like, maybe not everyone is facing that obstacle, but for me, I'm like, I can't do the things I want to do at the weight I am. I also think okay, sorry, let's do the fat question first, because I could go on about this forever.
Okay.
I want to know.
Here's my fat question. It just pops in. Here's the thing that I've recently realized, and I don't know if it's only with women, but I wonder what your take is on this. I've realized that when heavyset women, and this is specifically about Lizzo, when they lose weight, I feel like they get it from both sides. So even when they lose weight, for instance, Lizzo just posted a picture where she lost weight, and I saw a lot of people in the comments, surprisingly, some women saying, "Oh, you've betrayed us. Oh, you said you were happy with your body and you were all about body positivity, and now you're doing this to lose weight." How do you feel, or why do you think that is one? But then two, how do you feel about that? Like, do you feel like you're like, I don't want to say fat icons because that seems insensitive, but do you why is it that people are mad at them? Well, when they're fat, people are like, you got to diet, you got to lose weight, you're unhealthy, and then they do all those things, and then
now another group of people,
and then now another group of people are like, we liked you better, you betrayed fat people. So why? What is with that? Besides the fact that people just hate women, but like, what do you think that is?
My gut instinct, I think my gut instinct on that is that like, there's probably so few people in media that are fat and proud about it that when one of those people in the viewer's mind disappears, like is no longer that person, then they're like, oh my God, I have no one to turn to. Like, you were one of the few people that made me feel okay about myself. I don't want to lose you. They're not losing that, but you know what I mean? Like, I think that's probably part of it, because they're like, if I don't have you, then like, I have like no one to turn to. I mean, like, who else is like doing what, you know what I mean?
What Lizzo was doing,
So like, I think that's part of it. I may get shit for this, but my take on it is like, I think when it comes to fat phobia, I'll just speak for myself. I want it to be like morally neutral. Like, I don't want it to be like become like a virtue to be fat, because like, what if I find a sport that I really like and I stop, I was eating like a pint of ice cream every night. Like, I've talked about that on stage. It's like that. I had like a sugar addiction. And so what happens if I fix my sugar addiction? I find a sport I like, and then without trying, I happen to become thinner or fitter. It's like, have I done something wrong? Like, I don't know. Like, okay, my point being, it's a real issue when you go to the doctor and they don't address medical issues and just say it's because you're fat. That being said, and I'm speaking from personal experience, sometimes being overweight can cause medical issues. It's bad when doctors jump directly to that. Yeah. But like, I am doing this, I do think I'm going to feel better, but I'm also going to feel better because I'm going to be healthier. So like, to be so like, I just going to say just to be so like what's the word? Not ideological, but like Puritan, like what's the...
No, I think what you're saying
evangelical
is
about...
no one should be commenting on my body in either direction.
Yeah, 100%.
Period.
Yeah.
Like, full stop. And if it's up to you what you want to do with your body, we shouldn't be limiting people from achieving that, whether it's from a class issue, like we were talking with things like Ozempic, or like preventing them in like a virtue signaling kind of way.
Yeah.
And or preventing them by saying, oh, there's a better way to do it. You got to do it on your own without Ozempic.
I was going to say, I think that's part of fat phobia too, is people that are like, oh, it's a character issue, it's a discipline issue, versus like, I really want to take better care of myself, and I struggle to do that the same way I struggle to, keep track of emails.
Also, let's not act like being in shape or being fit is cheap. Like, like, being healthy is fucking expensive.
Yeah.
Healthy food's expensive. Gym memberships are expensive. Taking the time, like, if most people work regular 9 to 5s, like fitting in time to order, all that shit's expensive. So let's stop acting like, oh, you're fat because you're lazy. No, nigga, I might be fat because I'm broke. Like,
yeah. So I'm saying a drug that like helps someone do it, quote unquote, not on their own. It also seems like a weird part of fat phobia to not give someone that, because they go, no, you just need to try harder. Like, to me, that's like another head of the same beast,
Let's get back into the gay sex of it all.
Yeah, sorry.
So it's like a self-esteem thing.
Yeah, and it's like even if I didn't lose any weight, it's like the dignity of like being able to do what I want to do. Be like, oh, I wish I ate a little less candy because it makes me feel sick to my stomach. To now be able to walk by candy and be like, oh, I'm good. Never had that feeling in my fucking life, dude. Never had that feeling in my life. I've made myself not, but I literally think I don't know. It's the way I hear people talk about alcohol. I'm like, that is just the puzzle piece to my brain's fucking dopamine, whatever the fuck.
Addiction is definitely a real thing. People don't think it, but it also it's all encompassing. It doesn't have to be one thing. It doesn't have to be like alcohol or drugs or whatever. It can be anything.
No, of course. You substitute addictions all the time.
This sounds ridiculous because it's only been like less than a week. I literally feel like I've been writing more because I'm not spending 90% of my time being like, okay, make sure you don't eat that later. Make sure you work out, or beating myself up. I'm like, the mental amount of energy it took to like try to lose weight and then constantly fail at it was like eating up most of my brain. Oh, thank you. No, I smell so sweaty. No, I'm just holding the mic like a T-Rex. I really just didn't plan for it well.
This is so sweet.
Thank you. I love you. No, I'm like, it's like, I just feel like I've been like given some dignity because I'm like, I needed help. I got the help. And now
I didn't realize it was that bad.
Oh, dude, it's for a few years now. It's been what I think about 90% of the time. My body trying to do it. And then it's just this kind of like trying to do something as hard as you can and not being able to do it is such a fucking letdown that it's like, now I'm more active. I've gone to the gym. I'm eating healthier because just the boost you get of like, just
well,
that
it cycles up.
Yeah. The little amount of, it's like, it's not like they're doing it for me. It's like, I got enough help to then be able to help myself. You know what I mean? So that feels great. And I think I'm going to want to fuck more because I'm like, now I'm like, again, even if I didn't lose any weight, too. I'm like doing stuff and eating better. So it's like, well, it's fucking, I'm going to feel better,
anytime
dude.
you start a new habit, the moment you get a win,
yeah,
you double down on that habit.
Oh yeah. I mean that's why I've been hitting the gym and running so much because I started seeing results. Like the first time people started like, Akeem, have you lost weight? I'm like, bitch, 17 pounds. So the first time it started happening, I started like, so it's like, you know, it just feeds you to do more and more and more. It's like
I'm so happy for you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And it's like, well, it's so tied to ADHD too because a lot of ADHD is like having trouble making yourself follow through on something that has a long-term payoff and not a short-term payoff. And this just kind of forces you to get to that long-term and then be like, oh, now I understand why this is like, it just helps you get there. So like, I don't know. The more I like piece it apart, I'm like, okay, gender, sexuality, career stuff, OCD, ADHD, food addiction, they're all in this, like, I know it's like a million fucking things, but they're all in this web of like, it feels like they're all in this web of me figuring out a kind of missing puzzle piece that my brain needs. You know, when people talk about like finally getting on the right cocktail of drugs and everything just like clicks into place, I'm like, they all play into each other in ways I didn't realize. Like, I don't know, I feel more comfortable about my gender when I feel good about my body.
I know, I was going to say like...
And then when you feel more comfortable about your gender, then you feel more comfortable with sex. So it's just like, it just all fucking snowballs, you know?
Yeah, I'm excited to see after you, maybe you lose some weight, maybe you'll come in here and be a boy one day.
That's hilarious.
Maybe.
You carve away the statue and you're like, it was a boy underneath.
That's adorable.
I didn't have tits, they were man tits.
What would your boy name be?
You know what? I was so upset when I was younger when I found out that Maddie was also a boy name because I was like, I wanted to...
You could still change it.
I wanted to get to be like, you know.
Matthew? That sounds dumb though.
Some cool.
Ooh.
Maddie feels very me though, you know.
That you
Mason. Oh, that sounds like a serial killer.
The fact
sounds Christian too.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it sounds like the Yodeler.
We are all
kid.
ignoring something massive here. Like the fact that you're like, oh man, I really wanted to have to pick my.
Have I not talked about this on the podcast?
No, you've never once said, oh, I've wanted to.
I've talked about Schmooly Wiener on the podcast.
Oh, you've talked about Schmooly.
Because I was like, I just like did it as a bit, and then it was like. I did it as a bit, but I also
quite realize you were.
I just toyed with the idea. Well, no, I was thinking about it for a while. When I was in like middle school, I was like,
you think about being a dude?
I was thinking.
Maddie is non-binary.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm like she, they, floats around. Like gender fluid, probably.
I say bro and nigga for everybody, so it all and nigga's gender neutral. So it's the great thing about that word.
Yeah,
I know no one who's watching this can say it, but you probably.
I love that you just said in this room of white people. That's the great thing about the N word.
Yeah.
See, guys, there's always a silver lining.
It's just gender neutral, you know.
That's so funny.
Well, I'm stoked for you. We can always hit the gym together after pods if you want.
Could I ask a random question?
Yeah.
Have you ever had a sexual request, and this is for either one of you, that someone asked you that
No, for Maddie.
I know. But
Sexual request. I'm getting the request. I'm just not.
But like a request for something that you didn't think was kinky, but then afterwards you were like, oh, that was kind of kinky? Okay, so some guy wanted to hook up, right? For whatever reason, all the stories I'm telling on this podcast are bottom stories. I swear I'm versatile. But for whatever reason, I was hooking up with this dude, and he messaged me, and he was like, "Hey, when I show up, can you be in long white socks and like underwear and like tight underwear and like sports attire?" I'm like, whatever. And we hooked up, and I didn't think it was kinky at first, but then it got really. It was an older dude. He was hot as fuck. But he was like an older dude.
I was gonna say, is this like a?
Yeah, it was
You're
like
my little
like
high
a code school thing.
Yeah,
but like he had like a really and the socks. I was like going to take them off. He's like, no, keep them on. I'm like, whatever. But he was like really into like long socks. And at first, I'm like, that's cool. But then after he left, I'm like, what the fuck was that?
Like Britney Spears in that music video that she put out when she like first burst onto the scene. I was 9 years old and she came out in that like sexy Catholic school girl uniform.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And that informed the rest of my life.
That's so funny. Like things that have stuck with you. I'm trying to think of like
Yeah,
that's
the high
fun.
socks are.
Yeah, maybe it's a thing. I don't know. But I've always
I
thought.
don't like that it did.
I've always thought
I
like
don't love that.
attire kinks are very interesting because he was very much like I could tell he was very much into the socks, and I thought it was. I mean, I didn't think it would. I'd do it again, but at hindsight, I was like, that was like interesting.
Do you think he was into feet?
That's me.
Wait, are you into socks?
Shoe wear in general, all footwear.
Whoa.
Very
Oh,
much.
are you like a feet
Actually,
dude?
yeah, like a heels.
Heels are hot.
Like
I have
fucking
a
in heel-
whole ranking. I like all
Ooh.
footwear, but
So wait,
that's for the bonus. We'll save that for the bonus because
No, we will not. What?
We're an hour and 16.
You have a foot thing?
Light, I guess. More so.
No.
footwear.
That doesn't sound lightning. It sounds like you out here doing
more
feet.
specifically
No, I
footwear.
agree. I agree. If
More
shoes,
very
yeah.
specifically footwear,
Like heels.
I would sooner. All sneakers are like my favorite. Sneakers and.
Oh, you're a
specifically.
sneaker dude. Oh, I thought you like little femme
Boots are cool.
You like
Boots,
women in
heels,
sneakers?
All footwear, but sneakers are the top. And
Whoa, why sneakers?
Why
I don't
sneakers?
know. I think it was.
Giving
when I
Wait,
thought
wait,
about
wait,
it-
wait, wait,
when I
wait.
thought
You see
about
a
it,
girl out running, you're into that.
It's not like it's not like I'll see it and be like, whoa, you know. But it's more so. It's just a cool thing. I think more so in a sexual context.
You're
You want to
adorable.
fuck a girl in sneakers.
Yes, like if I had the option between
You want to be fucking
a
her and you
girl
want
in
her shoes
ornate-
to hit the floor like on a basketball court this week?
not just wearing sneakers. Like if I had the choice between a girl in like ornate lingerie or just a girl in sneakers, it would be sneakers any
Does
day,
it-
all day, every day.
Like,
any day.
do you want?
Is
Do
it
you like?
partially-
Do you like sneakers with like a workout look, or do you like sneakers just in general?
It could be either.
Like sneakers and
In
naked.
general, so it's in general.
In
So you're taking your girl out and being like, "Where are the Nikes?"
You have a girlfriend?
But wait,
I do have a
Does
girl.
she know you are a sneaker freak?
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of cute.
is part of it though that sneakers look so casual that if you're totally naked in sneakers, it's almost like the
That
like
is a
clothed
wild
unclothed.
look.
It's almost like the clothed
That is a wild
unclothed
look,
fetish
yeah.
of like guy has the clothes on girl. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, you're like not supposed to be naked right now. You know,
Maybe.
if you see a girl
Not
with
really.
sneakers
Wait,
and no clothes,
do you fuck with sneakers on? Like, does the girl that you're not your current girlfriend or whatever?
I've requested it many a time.
that the
Why?
girl has the
Being on.
sneakers on when you're fucking.
Yeah.
that
Can I
is
ask-
kinky.
because usually
That's
I feel like
kinda kinky.
I feel like usually the shoe kink
You're a
is like.
fucking freak.
Oh, wait, I love this. I feel like usually the
We
shoe
should go
kink
into
is like.
bonus. We should save this for bonus.
Okay.
But I'm happy to answer all this in bonus, but we are an hour 20 in.
Okay, we're in.
Wait, we're sorry. Can I use the bathroom first?
No. Listener, thank you for listening. Patreon.com/WHGS to continue this conversation about sneakers. Akeem is in Montreal.
Comedy
the
Nest,
6th,
February 6th through the 8th.
8th.
Oh, let me pull up
Akeem
my.
Woods.
Maddie T.
Whackin.com.
Wiener on Instagram.
Wait, I have my dates.
AKEMwoods.com.
I am going to Vancouver, Edmonton, and Calgary, and they are almost sold out, guys. So get those tickets.
Are we
and
in
then
Canada at the
after
same
that,
time?
Raleigh and Dallas.
I'm going to be in Toronto, Portland, Oregon, Corvallis, Oregon, Seattle, Washington, and eventually Houston as well. So check those out. The Maddie T. Wiener on Instagram. They're in my Punch Up Live.
Thank you guys for listening. Patreon.com/WHGS to wrap up that story, that juicy story that Alex started with us at the end of that episode. And then I'm going to Edmonton, Calgary, and Vancouver, and those shows are almost sold out. So thank you guys so much for doing that. And then as always, AshleyGavin.com to get on my text alert to see when I'm going to be in your city. Gay thought. Oh, did you want to do some gay news, Alex?
If you want. It's not happy news.
Oh, no.
But
No, we should probably be keeping up with what's happening.
This is from the Idaho House of Reps.
Okay,
The Idaho
okay.
State House of Representatives.
Okay, fucking Bush League.
Yeah.
First of all, local state senator, ew, and then in Idaho, come on.
Well, they voted to they're approving a memorial to ask the Supreme Court to overturn the gay decision to allow for gay marriage. Asking it to, quote unquote, restore the natural definition of marriage, a union of one man and one woman. But it looks like they're just voting on sending a letter.
Okay, that's the gayest shit I've ever heard. I'm sorry, sending a letter, that's gay marriage. Like writing to fucking the Brett Kavanaugh, like, daddy, I don't like this, fix it. Like, that's gay.
Yeah. Yeah, in a lame way, in a pejorative sense.
It's also gay in the sense that we would write each other it's letters. It's lesbian is what it is. So they're not even going with like a law. They're not even going with like a suit. They're just writing a letter to the Supreme Court. Do they even know how the fucking justice system works? Probably not. They are Idaho local representatives. Sorry, Idaho local representatives. I'm coming for you right now. I understand that local government is important, but come on, like that, you're sap. I think it's important that we actually talk about these things, Alex. Would you keep us updated every week on the things that our government's trying to do to hurt us?
Yes.
Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, listeners in Idaho, come on, get active. You don't even have to make it a gay thing. You can go and tell your straight family members that they are wasting their fucking time and money doing shit like this.
Yeah.
Fix the bridges. This is your fucking job. Make sure the park stays open. I don't know what else you do in Idaho.
Potato.
Get the potatoes out. Get them out. Get them to the people. We want the potatoes, especially now because we're stressed. We're all going to die.